Little unorthodox here. I'm gonna do a little bit of a live stream while I drive home because I have a half an hour drive back to the house. So I just put the camera up on the camera stand. We're just gonna chat bowling for a minute because I just feel the need to have a conversation and try to understand where people are coming from when it comes to this sport. I'm trying to understand why people have a tendency to try to tear other people down or be negative or really just talk bad about people or games or sports in general. I'm not really sure, and let's clear the air here. I'm going to be the first to say I used to be one of those people, so I should understand more than anybody else why people do that, because I used to do it. I mean, I was a really negative person. I was really bad at cutting the game down. I talked so bad about so many different things. The PBA, I talked bad about, USBC and everything else. And then it just kind of hit me, and I grew up a little bit. I got to a point where it's like, you know what? The game's evolving, the game's changing, the sport's changing. It allows things to be a little bit different, and the way I see things doesn't have to be exactly how things, should be. Everybody's going to have different opinions. Everybody's going to have different thoughts on, whatever it is that they want to accomplish or do in the sport. So now I'm just here trying to help people. I'm trying to teach people certain things. I got some people with me that are trying to help people and teach people about the game. And yet we still have the few people, which I shouldn't put any effort into this, but I just want to make it clear that none of our intentions, anybody who appears in my videos or anybody who talks in the videos, none of our intentions are to misinform anybody, not purposely. So a comment got made about the live video that we did yesterday. We were talking about layouts, and I gotta apologize for that. Again, for some reason the microphone was screwing up and it wasn't quite giving the proper sound, so there was some buzzing and cutting in and out, and it was awful. So I'm gonna try and I'll make that better for the next time that we do that. We're gonna do that a little bit more often. But the conversation was mostly about layouts, and we talked about a little bit of asymmetrical, symmetrical, and my question came up chatting with Mason. I said, well, we got these 5.5-inch pin layouts. What if I need something a pinch stronger? Which number do you think? What do you think matters more? What do we need to do? Do we go closer pin distance to make it flare a little bit more, or do we go, lower or bigger third angle? And we were specifically talking about the phase 2. Well, the first thing he said was, well, I think the first angle needs to be bigger. And so then I questioned it a little bit. I said, well, it's a symmetrical ball, so it really doesn't matter. But in his opinion, it does matter. He sees a difference with it. So I wasn't going to badger him on it. We talked a little bit about how the show that, the first angle on a symmetrical bowling ball doesn't matter, that it's only the pin distance and the VAL angle that matters, that creates ball shape. But I wasn't going to go into it with him and try to badger him and say, and try to show him that he, I wasn't going to try to tell him he was wrong. Like, what am I going to accomplish there by trying to prove him wrong? Like, it's not going to accomplish anything. If he sees a difference, then he sees a difference, and that's fine. I'm not going to tell him he's wrong in his game and what he sees. So somebody came on and said, well, the amount of misinformation on JR's channel that people listen to is, ridiculous. And I'm just paraphrasing. I don't know exactly what he said, but he talked about that specifically. And so it's like, really? Like, you heard me reference that it really doesn't matter, but then I just kind of let it go. Again, because I'm not going to badger the guy. So I don't understand why it's such a big deal that people need to go out of their way to try to be the smartest person in the room. Like, just let it go. Like, everybody's just trying to get better. Everybody's trying to learn more about the game. Everybody's trying to just become the best we can be. And we're only here trying to some information out, give our thought process out, what we think about, why we're doing the things we're doing, and maybe even, show a little inspiration as to how hard we work to get to where we need to be to become better bowlers and to become and make a difference in the game. So not everybody's going to do everything by the books. I have like let's call it let's say hand fitting. I have my way of fitting people, and it seems to work really well. I've never really had anybody say, I don't like that. We've made some adjustments to things where I said, this is what I think you need to do, and we make some adjustments afterwards. But, if somebody if they take that ball and go to a different shop, why is that shop then going to look at that ball and be like, oh, this is all wrong. There's no way, they should have never done this. Like, don't do that. Like, don't sit there and try to make them feel like you're the smartest person in the world. Like, you don't have to tell people that you're smart. You just have to explain why you're trying to do what you're trying to do, what you're trying to get people to feel, what you're trying to accomplish with their feel, what you're trying to accomplish with their hand. Like, that's it. You're trying to create a comfortable fit that they like, that they can comfortably do what they want to do with the bowling ball. That's all you're trying to do. Like, just because it doesn't fit your eye, that doesn't mean it's wrong. If it doesn't hurt them and they can do what they want to do with the bowling ball, then it's right. There is a right. There's no wrong. So, I mean, it's the way I see it. I just feel like there's people that like to go out of their way to try to prove others wrong in every aspect. I mean, it's like that with politics too. It's so bad with this Trump stuff. Like, man, listening to people talk about Trump and Hillary and all this junk going on with the impeachment, like, it's just so bad. People trying to defend one side or the other. It's just such a bunch of garbage. Like, just let it go. Just move on. Just do your thing. I don't know. It's just one of those things that I shouldn't let it bother me when people come on and do that, because I think that's all they're trying to do is just get a rise out of me. But when you're questioning my integrity and you're questioning, misinformation being put out by people or for people, that's kind of when I have a problem with it. Don't sit there and try to tell everybody that I'm trying to hurt people by giving misinformation. That's a little ridiculous if you ask me. So, I don't know. That's just kind of where I wanted to go with that. Kind of one of those things I wanted to talk about. What do you guys think? Like, how many people do you know who you go to the bowling center and they never have anything positive to say? It's like, oh, this game is stupid. I don't know why I play this game. I've been there. I get it. I know. I've said it before. If you go back and you look back at some of my posts when I was bowling a lot, you'll see an awful lot of basically, we call it bitch to win. It's complain to win. That's what it is. You complain, and then the next thing you know, all of a sudden things start going your way. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. It's one of those things that it just happens. So, but you see it a lot. You see people every day. You see people quitting. A lot of people are like, "Oh, I'm done with this game. I quit." And what good is that doing for the new bowlers? For the bowlers who are now coming into league, maybe they're bowling their first league, and they look to their left and they got somebody hitting stuff and complaining and kicking and throwing a fit, and then they look to their right and they got people. This person's mad at you because you just cut them off, and supposedly it's their turn, and you're not giving them, two. What does this say? This stream is ridiculous. You can't be a YouTuber and be all in your feelings. You're not cut out for this. Whatever. So, see, that's what I'm talking about right there. That's one of those types of people. So, apparently I'm not allowed to have a conversation with people. So, okay, whatever you say. But anyway, so you're not doing anybody any good. Especially the new league bowlers. We're always complaining about how there's no bowlers. Bowling's dying. The leagues are dying. People are quitting bowling left and right. And a lot of what I hear is because they see the atmosphere, they see the anger, they see the ridiculous amount of people complaining, and it throws them out, and it just, I don't know. It goes to, it makes them quit. It makes them just not want to be a part of it anymore. So I don't know. I guess the way I see it is, I tried changing my ways and made sure I changed my ways. If I can help other people start to kind of see it as, let's try not to be so negative and just push people to stay in the game and be a little bit better about it, then that's the way we'll go about it. But I don't know. That's just that's where we're going with that. if anybody's got anything helpful to say other than you shouldn't be a YouTuber. First of all, I'm not a YouTuber. I have a channel that helps people. That's it. That's all I do. That's all I got. That's all I plan to do. Every once in a while, some of those ridiculous comments bug me. Obviously, that's kind of where you were going with it. Whatever. It is what it is. I don't care. But anyway, let's kind of read some comments here. Try to anyway, even though I'm driving. Shouldn't be reading. Not really. It's right in front of me. We're good. But definitely guilty of that. Try not to be, but it happens. Yeah, it's hard. Like, it's really hard because we're competitive. Like, yeah, I agree, Dennis. I know, reacting to him, but it is what it is. But I agree, it's really hard because we're competitive. You know, we want to win. We want to do the best we can, and we just we end up getting mad. We end up getting in our own emotions, and like Mason made a post about it, and I'm guilty of it. Like, I get into my emotions more than I just kind of work towards the goal, work towards what I'm trying to do. So I don't know. We'll see kind of where things go. Continue to make some videos and hopefully, you know, gain some traction, get some new bowlers to continue to bowl, and to be honest, you know, the overwhelming positive comments on the channel outweigh the negative by a million. So I shouldn't let it bother me at all. But first, I love the game, so it's hard to kind of just see the negative comments and just let them go. But it is what it is, you know. You can kind of feel the same way. They understand how that goes. You know, you see some negativity, and it's like, dude, just why? Stop being negative. Like, just let it go. Let's be. Let's let the game be what it is. So, I don't know. I'll get off here. I'll stop wasting people's time. I just kind of wanted to jump on and have a chat. Why not have a chat for a minute? Whatever, you know. So I'll see you guys later. If you got questions or anything, just let me know. I'll try to answer them as much as I can. Obviously, I don't get to a lot of the comments because there's a lot of comments, and I'm always trying to make new content and working on the Bowler X channel and all that stuff too. So I try to get to them. But if you got anything real important, try to head over to, you can email me at lifestractioncontroljr@gmail.com. If you want to troll me there, that's fine. You can troll me there. But anyway, I'm out of here. We'll see you guys later.